Mwah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I just like the way the whole what you call it, sky. Yeah, the city skyline looks like.
No, I truly feel honored because I've never been here before, and I've been born, raised, living in Queens, and I worked right here in the past when I was in college.
Oh.
I've never been on this promenade ever in life.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, this is one of your favorite places, and I've never been here.
Wow.
So, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, what are your thoughts on the action that we did on 34th at the Amazon store?
I thought you did an incredible job. You were like leading the way. I think what people don't think about is how brave we have to be to sit there, to be there, to stand up to like the police and the reporters. But I remember being scared sitting blocking the doors because people will be so rude, and that's
Yes.
another thing, how they will treat you like you don't matter.
Yeah.
But this is also why I even joined
Cosecha, yeah.
because the pain of the Trump administration and how it's so hostile to brown and black folks and all immigrants. Like I could cry because my heart is broken every day. Every day my heart's broken. And this is why I found Movimiento Cosecha, like, what can I do? What am I gonna do? I can't just stay home and cry.
Yeah.
I have to do something.
I know this one friend, she had told me that her father had to go back to Mexico for like personal reasons, and just imagine, like your father that you've been with for such a long time, and then for him to like have to go, back to a country that he's probably hasn't seen as well for like who knows how many years. So I just started thinking, and so she was telling me how he was ready to come back, and of course he had to tenía que cruzar la frontera, y ella me había dicho que había tenido un sueño donde técnicamente su papá sí, regresó, pero regresó en in a casket.
Yeah.
And that really touched me because I wouldn't no family, no daughter, no son, no wife would want their husband brought back, and resultaba que sí lo agarraron en la frontera, y
I don't know anything crueler other than having a nightmare about losing our family, because that's what it is. It's like, it's really happening. They're actually losing their families. My dad actually, right after the election, we were in a cab car, and the driver, who, funny enough, he actually was an immigrant too, but he was like a Russian immigrant.
Oh.
But he was making fun of my dad for like not speaking good English and saying that he's not American. And my dad was like, I am American. I'm a citizen now, And my dad handled himself well, but I think about the day that if somebody talks to my mother, and if somebody tells my mother that she shouldn't be speaking Spanish, or tells her she should be speaking English, I don't want to know that day. Because that's the day I forget that I was supposed to be like professional and something, but don't attack my mom. But that's what I feel like. I feel like every day we're being attacked under this administration. And we have to keep finding our joys, and we have to keep finding the things that help us not feel defeated.
Yeah.
Because I know that it's worth the fight. I know it.
I'm gonna keep wearing the shirt.
Yeah, mine faded away.
I'm gonna rep Cosecha everywhere I go and tell them that I am fighting for immigrants with Cosecha. People don't know that Cosecha means harvest. I feel like we planted the seeds.
Yes.
And we're harvesting now the fruits of our labor. We're gonna win.
Claro que sí. Sí se puede. Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Gracias. I love you. Oh, thank you. And we are gonna win. We're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
I have hope in the community, our community.
Si estás interesado en inscribirte en las diferentes opciones de educación superior que CUNY ofrece, las cuales varían desde cursos en las universidades comunitarias hasta un doctorado, contacta a nuestras oficinas en el teléfono 1-800-CUNY-YES o visita nuestro sitio de internet www.cuny.edu.
Hola Sam, ¿cómo
Hola,
estás?
Angelo.
¿Cómo te sientes? Ash me comenta un poquito de tu caso.
Sí,
¿Cómo te estás
gracias
sintiendo?
por recibirme.
No,
Estoy
sí,
muy
pásale.
preocupado. Estoy muy
Me imagino.
preocupado.
¿Todo bien? Pásale,
Sí,
toma
gracias.
asiento. Pues cuéntame un poquito sobre tu problema. Ash ya me había comentado un poquito sobre la situación que estás enfrentando. Y pues he estado tratando de investigar organizaciones que puedan apoyarte en esos momentos, pero pues cuéntame un poquito para tener un poco de conocimiento.
Pues mira, pasó hace 3 días. Mi hermano tuvo una visita a corte. Estábamos saliendo de corte, 20 pasos afuera de la corte. Llegaron tres encubiertos. Uno me agarró a mí, me puso sobre la pared. 2 lo agarraron a mi hermano. Lo más triste que me pasó es que ver a mi hermano que lo arrastraran. Lo tiraron al piso, le pusieron esposas y lo arrastraron al carro. Eso es lo más triste, lo que más me dolió. Creo que es injusto. Y entonces ahorita, bueno, contacté a Ash. Y Ash me recomendó contigo.
Sí, creo que en este momento, creo que como primera instancia, por su nacionalidad mexicana, creo que sería importante contactar al Consulado de México para que sus derechos como mexicanos sean protegidos en el extranjero, aquí en Estados Unidos. Ellos tienen la facultad como institución de gobierno mexicana, ¿no? Ir y investigar y apoyar a los mexicanos aquí. Asegurarse que sus derechos sean protegidos. Eso creo que sería como la primera instancia. La otra que estaba pensando era, sería bueno ir el nuevo movimiento Santuario, que ellos están haciendo ya un activismo muy amplio para proteger los derechos de los migrantes, especialmente en el contexto de inmigración, ¿no? De deportación. Ellos tienen la infraestructura para que puedan, pues como primera instancia, investigar dónde tienen a tu hermano, ¿no? Saber si todavía está aquí en Nueva York, si lo tienen en New Jersey, si ellos pueden todavía de alguna forma detener esa deportación antes de que suceda, ¿no? Antes de que ya lo manden hacia México y ya nadie sepa y como... y bueno, asegurarte que tu hermano tenga la asistencia legal en el contexto, ¿no? Para que él no firme ningún documento que viole sus derechos o algún documento que lo conlleve a un acto de deportación. Muchas personas, como en tu caso, a veces la primera instancia por el temor, por la tragedia que está sucediendo, por querer tomar acciones muy rápidas, a veces contactan a abogados privados, ¿no? Me comentaban que creo que un abogado quiere cobrarte miles de dólares
Sí.
y no te asegura si lo
6,000
va a poder
dólares.
detener, ¿no?
6,000
¿Cuánto te
dólares.
cobran?
6,000.
6,000 dólares. Pues es mucho dinero para una familia que no tiene ingresos, ¿no? Entonces creo que eso es muy importante saber que hay instituciones no lucrativas donde ustedes pueden acudir y pues ellos te van a ayudar. Y pues quiero decirte que no estás solo.
Wow, muchas gracias.
Es lo importante que sepas que tu familia no está sola, que existe mucha gente que está peleando para asegurarse que nuestra comunidad no tenga este temor, que nuestra comunidad sea protegida, que tenga el respaldo tanto legal como el respaldo comunitario para saber que nuestra comunidad y que especialmente aquí en Nueva York estamos tratando de promover una ciudad santuario que tengan estos recursos la comunidad. So, acude al movimiento Nuevo Santuario, ellos te van a ayudar y pues espero que
Wow.
puedan sacar a tu hermano, ¿no? Puedan localizarlo donde esté y que puedan pues regresarlo a casa, ¿no? Pues,
De verdad te agradezco las conexiones que me das a dar. Van a ser de mucha ayuda. Van a ser de mucha ayuda para que pueda encontrar a mi hermano y primero Dios no lo deporte.
pues mira,
Ángel,
todo va a salir bien.
de verdad, te lo agradezco mucho.
No te preocupes, todo va a salir bien. Contáctalos, ellos te van a apoyar. So, gracias por haber venido, por confiar y pues en lo que pueda apoyarte, en lo que podamos apoyarte la comunidad, pues estamos aquí. Pero contacta a el Movimiento Nuevo Santuario que ellos te van a apoyar.
De verdad.
Y también
Sí, muy
al
bien.
Consulado de México para que te asegures que te apoyen
Perfecto.
todos. Pero vas a necesitar ahorita una comunidad, vas a necesitar un activismo detrás de tu hermano para que puedan tener
Lo necesito,
la
de
deportación.
verdad. Ángelo, muchas gracias,
Gracias.
de verdad. Gracias por recibirme en tu casa.
No, sí, gracias y por venir y estamos en contacto. Me dejas saber lo que suceda. Si necesitas otros contactos de organizaciones, te puedo poner en contacto.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for this space. I feel like thank you, everyone, for being here. My name is Samuel Peralta, and I'm here because I'm looking for help. I'm looking for help for my brother. He was taken by ICE a week ago, and I don't know anything about him. I've searched for him, and every time I look out for lawyers, they told me that they haven't found him. I'm very worried about him, and I'm here to look for help. I'm hoping that I'll be able to find him and be able to see him again.
It's coming up on 2 years of this current administration's election, and their subsequent dark cloud hovering over the 48 million strong immigrant and their families' population. As we approach the national midterm elections, another movement in Mexico approaches the southern border of Texas. A caravan of 7,000 plus migrant families and refugees seeking asylum from the violence and instability at home. Instability that has much to do with U.S. political intervention. As we are coming to such a crucial junction in the lives of so many, it really feels as if now more than ever is the time to pay attention. Today I'm heading to watch another caravan, this one going the other direction, to the border. The Cayuga Center in Harlem is one of many centers that house the children of these displaced families. The day could not have been more apt for the melting of ice. At high noon, with the sun scorching above, there they stood, a mixed group of immigrant children separated from their families, activists and supporters, announcing their plan to gather 100 separated family members, head to the South Texas border, and demand the government officials there reunite them with their loved ones. At their feet lay a block of ice, with an embedded sculpted butterfly slowly melting away.
My name is Cristiana Alfaro Alatriste. Thank you all for coming. I am one of the families affected. Before we start, I really want to send a message to the media to be very mindful that these are stories, are very personal, and I really would like you to be very mindful and very human about these stories. Please don't use our words against us. Please be mindful of the times that we are in and of the future stories that are going to be told to the next generations. I speak from my heart, from my experiences, and from the lives that my ancestors led. My mother migrated to this country, led by her inner wisdom, knowing that she would be able to give me a better opportunity in this country. And so I crossed the border with her in 1997. In 2009, she had to leave Mexico to take care of my grandfather, of her father. My grandfather passed away 2 weeks after she took care of him. And due to my immigration status, I was not able to kiss my grandpa goodbye. I had to fend for myself, figure out a way to not lose my apartment, pay my college tuition, working double shifts, and try to keep a sane mind. La mente. My mother has not been able to come back to me, but now I need to bring her back so she can guide me in my new moment as a mother, to learn her stories and build a new solid generation that can heal the aches of the violence by the for-profits, I repeat, for-profits, U.S. criminal justice system. Our mothers and fathers are the consejeros of our families. For a child, an adult is a guardian angel, and they're locking up our angels for profit.
Dripping into a stream that led to the sidewalk, where a group of eager-eared journalists and news reporters were stood beneath a tree, the only shade on the block. But there was no shade from the importance of this coverage.
My family has been one of the many families that have been affected by deportation. Like, como nuestra compañera dice aquí, nosotros nos estamos curando, we're healing. Y es injusto que nos quiten a nuestros padres porque el gobierno no nos va a querer igual que ellos. It's unjust that the government takes our families away because the government will not give us the same love that our parents. And this you must keep in mind because my mom got deported and she was going to be sentenced 10 years without us. That's 10 years for me, 10 years for my father, 10 years for my younger sister, 10 years for my friend right here, 10 years for everyone. Multiply all those 10 years.
A young girl, daughter of one of the activists, was ambling about back and forth, fixated on playing with the ice. Her pure, free energy 2 feet away from another young girl who choked on her words as she spoke just about 3 sentences in 5 minutes, demanding justice, to be reunited with her mother.
And I demand everybody and every family to be together without feeling sad, and I want all people to have the right to be with their families and protect your families from any occasion, and to always love your family.
We invite all the children who are present to come and push this ice.
These are real families, mothers, fathers, children, and more, who for better or worse came to this country with hopes of a better future, but were welcomed with worse than they could have ever imagined. Some may chalk off protests and the like as naive or fruitless, but this is not what we are talking about. These children, families, have and continue to put everything on the line in search of a better life.